Biden offered to pay an Onlyfans star money to promote political propaganda. We're going to talk about that in this video. Welcome to Republican Talks, everybody. I am your host, Kenneth Glenn, and today we're going to be talking about this thing that happened recently where an OnlyFans star came out showing that Joe Biden, or not necessarily Joe Biden, but the Joe Biden administration was trying to pay her money to promote political content. This OnlyFans star by the name of Farah Khalidi, she's been doing this for a long time. She's been doing TikTok and OnlyFans for a few years now, and the administration has been trying to pay her money to promote political content and try to pay her money so she could promote how great Biden is or whatever. And it's kind of messed up because that's illegal. The government can't do that. You can't pay people to say things like that. And the part of the contract was that she couldn't be public about her being paid. And she came out clean about it today. So we're gonna play that clip.
TikTok was basically full-time for me. I think I was taking ads by the time I graduated college from like the Biden administration and Planned Parenthood and like dating apps and stuff. So it was like fully financially, sustaining.
So you were getting, the Biden administration was buying ads from you?
Yeah, I was doing full-on political propaganda.
And they would really, with like what kind of like Biden created 10 million jobs
this year? Honestly. And the funny thing is they're like, do not disclose this is an ad because, they're like, technically it's not a product. So you don't have to disclose it's an ad. Because I think they just wanted like some edgy girl of color to just tell people, like when they nominated like Ketanji Brown Jackson, they're like, can you say like as a person of color, that you feel reflected? And it's like a white woman emailing this to me, and she's like giving me this script, and I'm like, no. And she's like, please. And I'm like, no, I'll like talk about the news of it, but I'm not gonna have a white person tell me to be like, this is how I feel as a person of color. Like, it's just so, I think that black-pilled me slightly on like, political propaganda stuff.
So the Biden administration sees, here's this young,
yeah, I mean, they use like a conduit. It's not like, you know what I mean? It's not Biden, but it's like a third party. You know what I mean? It's like a media company.
Yeah.
Do you remember Chris Mowry? A 22-year-old Democratic promoter, and he's very famous for this clip from a couple years ago.
Tell you something, Gen Z is going to make sure there's a blue wave in 2024. Republicans have no policy to help young people. They're literally trying to take away our rights. They are, and Harry, myself, and millions of other Gen Zers have a message to send, and I promise you, Republicans mess with the wrong generation. Let's go!
This clip doesn't make a lot of sense because he was like, first of all, I hate when people talk and they don't show any evidence for what they're talking about. Like, I try my best to provide evidence, but everything that I say, I make a claim about. I'm claiming something, and I'm telling you something of why that claim is true. And I'll show you a piece of evidence to back that up. And if I don't, you could just look it up. If you can't, they just say random crap. They're just like farting out their mouths, just talking a bunch of crap. And they just like, that's why I don't like the Democratic Party. Because they just say crap, and they can't back it up. If you go on their Twitter page, everything they post is just garbage. They don't post anything they don't post anything educational. It's all garbage. And it's funny because he said in the video, he didn't say it, but his partner there, Harry, he was the one that said that Republicans have no policies that help young people, and that is stupid. And he's also saying that they're trying to take away our rights, which is also dumb because the Democrats are the ones trying to take away guns, and Republicans are the ones trying to preserve that. These guys have gone on for years now claiming that they're not paid off. They're not paid off. Well, I'm not paid off at all. No, they don't pay me money at all. I'm not paid by the Democratic Party. I truly believe that the Democratic Party is a great party. We should all vote for Democrats. I'm going to play a clip now of them exposing themselves a little bit.
It's bad, right? And I really want to be that person that like reaches the other side, because Democrats, I mean, they're horrible at their jobs, right? They do a lot of things, although I'll vote for them all the time. But it's also hard in the space to criticize.
Isn't that funny? Even the Democrats are like, yeah, the Democratic Party are crappy and all, but like we just vote for them anyways because, It's just the right thing to do, right? Either they're crappy at their jobs, they don't know what they're doing, but we're still going to vote for them because we're idiots. At the end of the day, Democrats just, I don't get it. I can understand if it was like the 70s and you were a Democrat and you liked, or not 70s, but like, for example, you liked Kennedy back in the day. Maybe you liked Bill Clinton for whatever reason. Like, there's legitimate reasons to like those people because they had some good and some bad, and they had actual common sense beliefs, whereas now it's just a clown show. I call the Democratic Party the anti-God party because every single thing the Bible stands for, the Democrats are against, and they're literally just a reversed Christianity. In of itself, it's just reverse Christianity. And what's interesting is that Chris Mowry, I'm pretty sure that's how you say his name, and his friend there, Harry, they both made their Twitter accounts a very long time ago, allegedly. Their Twitter accounts date back to 2014 and 2011 respectively. If Harry made his Twitter account in 2011, he would have been 8. He was 8 years old making a Twitter account. Just kind of weird. It doesn't really add up. And if you have TikTok, which I don't have TikTok, but if you look on their TikTok, in the bio of their TikTok accounts, they both have the same email address. They share an email address. And that's because they run a company called Palette. Now, Palette is a company. It's for social media influencers, I'm guessing. That's what I've read. And Palette, the Palette Management Company, has been funded by the DNC. They fund that company. They pay them a bunch of money. And I'm not talking like they pay them like $5,000. $200,000. The DNC has paid these influencers, these zero IQ 20-year-olds. These guys have no clue what they're talking about. But yeah, the DNC paid them $200,000. So yeah, they're not paid off is just bullcrap. They're lying to you. And it's ironic because Trump would never need anybody to pay him. Or he would never need to pay anybody to talk good about him. I would never take money. I wouldn't need to. Because Trump's good. You can look at his presidential run, you can see what he did, and you go, wow, yeah, he was very successful. He did a lot of great things. Lowest unemployment rate, and schools were great, the job market, economy, gas prices were down, and the peace in the Middle East. It's just his resume speaks for itself. And I can defend those points. I've even made like a 20-minute video in the past talking about why Trump is so great. Multiple other political commentators say the same thing because his resume speaks for itself. Trump's a good politician. He's smart. He knows what he's doing. Whether or not you like him as a person, you cannot say that he was not a good president. He's not a good politician. He's great. He did a really great job. And the only critique I ever see about Trump is his mean tweets. Which, first of all, who cares? Like, literally, who cares? That has nothing to do with his political agenda. That doesn't affect the law. It's not like you're paying higher taxes now that he called Kim Jong-un out about his nukes. You know what I tell people who talk about Trump's mean tweets? I ask them, can you name me one? Just one. He was in office for 4 years and he tweeted like 5 times a day. Can you at least show me one tweet that you were like, yeah, that's the bad tweet I didn't like? Most people can't even name one. You can't even name one. It's crazy. There have been other people that came out about this. There's an economic YouTuber that came out about it, or I don't know if he's a YouTuber or TikToker, but I saw a video about it where he was even talking about the DNC. He's like, hey, I saw that you made a video about us. I was wondering if you could promote us. And he asked him how much money. The DNC asked him, like, how much money would you want for it? And he said, I want $50,000. And they were going to give it to him, like, flat out. Flat out. And he only has, like, 400,000 subscribers, which is just absolutely wild. That the DNC is going so far to get influence. And now it makes a lot of sense. You saw all those influencers voting and going to the White House and dancing around and just such a bunch of weird stuff. Now you see why. Because it works. Because most of the people look up to these influencers for some reason. I don't know why you'd look up to an influencer. Anyways, that's just it for my video today. I just wanted to bring up this news. Hope the video, guys. Please comment, subscribe for more, and give me your thoughts down below. I will see you guys later. Peace.